This video is brought to you by Virtual Shield. They offer a VPN service, a virtual private network, and basically what you do is just surf the web through their app, and it keeps your data private, it keeps it encrypted, nobody can hack it, and a VPN can unblock censorship too, so it's just really helpful, really convenient to have, and also their service is just under $4 a month right now, so it's super cheap. Go check them out, Virtual Shield. There'll be links in the description below. What's up, guys? Midweek update here on the 9th, and let's get started talking Hillary Clinton. Is she going to run for president again? I don't know. Trump trolling her on Twitter for it, tweeting, "I think that crooked Hillary Clinton should enter the race." She actually replied to his tweet saying, "Don't tempt me, do your job." It's all she had to say. The audacity of this bitch. Not just that, but in a recent interview, she was sounding like she was thinking of running again, and she actually said that she could beat Trump again.
So maybe there does need to be a rematch. I mean, obviously, I can beat him again. Again.
What kind of alternative universe does she live in where she thinks she won the first time? If she did, wouldn't she be in the White House right now? Crazy stuff. And I don't know. A lot of people thinking she's going to run again. Is she going to? I wouldn't be surprised, personally. We know the deep state's trying to throw all their puppets, everything they can, Trump's way ahead of the 2020 election, including this whistleblower, this fake, fabricated, ridiculous whistleblower not really blowing the whistle on anything. Each day that goes by, we're getting more and more information that exposes it. Last couple of things I've seen, this one from the Washington Examiner. They're saying the whistleblower had professional ties to a 2020 Democratic candidate. According to their sources, in the inquiry that some congressmen were doing with the Inspector General of the intelligence community, Michael Atkinson, the guy who was handling the complaint from the whistleblower, he was saying that the whistleblower has a professional, quote, professional tie to a 2020 Democratic candidate. Basically worked for him. Worked for a 2020 candidate. Crazy. Are you surprised? Me? No. Who's your guess, though? Mine? Joe Biden. Makes sense, right? I mean, Joe Biden's trying to cover up this whole Ukrainian situation, so it makes sense that he would fabricate this whistleblower to point the finger and project at Trump to try to hide Biden's own crimes. But, I don't know. Interesting. Not just that, but this whistleblower actually had an attorney who used to work directly for the former Director of National Intelligence, James Clapper. James Clapper, total swamp guy. And this attorney, who is not on the whistleblower's representation anymore, not on the legal team, but in the beginning of this process a couple of months ago, however, or whenever it started, he was an assistant on it, helped in the process in some way. So, whistleblower, worked for a 2020 Democratic candidate, used to work for James Clapper. They're making it too easy for us. Too easy. So that's that. And on the same topic, Trey Gowdy. Trey Gowdy joining Trump's legal team. That news coming out yesterday. So Trump's getting the big guns for this one. Trey Gowdy. A lot of people are thinking that Trump's trying to prep up his defense. Get his defenses ready for the impeachment inquiry. But there's nothing the impeachment inquiry has. There's absolutely nothing. So Trey Gowdy joining the legal team, in my eyes, I don't think this is defense. I think this is offense. If I remember correctly, sometime within the last week or two, I remember Trump making a comment about maybe having to bring forth his own lawsuits, his own litigations, right? So, shoot, could this be for that? Interesting. We'll see what this leads to. And Fox News actually terminating Trey Gowdy as a contributor amid those reports that he joined Trump's legal team. Fox News showing their true colors there. Truly, all mainstream media has been infiltrated in some way, and majority of alternative media has too, so be careful. And moving on to, speaking of mainstream media infiltration, mainstream media corruption. Check this out. A DIA worker, Defense Intelligence Agency, worker arrested on charges of leaking top secret information to actual mainstream media reporters. This guy, he was 30 years old, named Henry Kyle Freese. He was arrested today. The Department of Justice broke this news, and he was a DIA worker who leaked intel. Some of that information included foreign countries' weapons systems and things like that. He leaked this information to 2 reporters in 2018 and this year. These reporters turned out to be NBC reporters. 2 chicks from NBC, and one he was actually in a romantic relationship with. He was sleeping with her. Ha! What a way to get intel, I guess, for your company. Just open your legs. And crazy, crazy stuff. So with this news coming out and this arrest happening, that truly sent a shockwave through Washington, D.C., especially the intelligence community. I can only imagine what sort of message that sends to all the intel operatives we know who are buddy-buddy with the media. Intel agency leaking to the media. Where have we heard that before, right? So this is a sign of things to come. And interestingly enough, just on this story, I saw CNBC break this story first. Of all the mainstream media outlets, they were like the first ones to rush this out to the public. And they didn't make a mention of who this guy was leaking to. NBC reporters, their own reporters. So I thought that was funny. They wanted to get ahead of this story and basically scrub any mention that it was one of their own who was accused of getting classified information from a government worker. Funny how that works out. Okay, moving on to the UN. The United Nations is on track to run out of money by the end of the month. They are at a $230 million deficit. May run out of money by the end of October. Secretary General there is thinking of cutting things like postponing conferences and meetings, reducing services, things like that. I mean, I ain't mad. I think the world would be a much better place without the United Nations around. That's just me, though. Moving on to 8chan, and 8chan tweeting today from their official Twitter account, basically asking anybody who is a board owner on 8chan to email them if they want to become a board owner on 8kun. Not 8chan anymore, 8kun. We are no longer anons on the chans, we're anons on the coons. 8kun. It's gonna take a lot to get that out of our systems. Start saying 8kun instead of 8chan, right? But there you go. Days away, folks. Might be just days away now. Final stretches of 8kun coming back online. And then I do expect to see shortly thereafter Q posting again. When Q starts posting again, that's going to break the internet. It's going to break the internet. I hope 8kun has plenty of server space for all the traffic they're about to get. And no doubt the mainstream media, they're already getting their propaganda armaments ready. They released a couple of articles in recent days. This one from the Daily Beast is 8chan plotting a return with a ridiculous rebrand. Trying to throw shade at him. And then Vice. Oh, wonderful outlets, Daily Beast and Vice, right? Hashtag sarcasm. 8chan is back from the internet grave. And it has a new name. They're already getting ready for it. And when 8chan and Q starts posting again, it's just going to be a whirlwind. So get ready for that. Could be soon. And the very last thing I want to touch on here is Johnson & Johnson, big pharma company, getting into that subject. So Johnson & Johnson was ordered by a jury out of Philadelphia in a lawsuit to pay a man $8 billion over this medication he was taking. It was an antipsychotic medication for his autism that actually gave him all sorts of side effects, caused breast growth, apparently screwed his hormones up, really. And that's just, huge lawsuit going on right here. Now, it's more than likely that Johnson & Johnson are going to appeal that ruling, and the $8 billion is going to be knocked down drastically. But nevertheless, Johnson & Johnson, they're getting sued all over the place right now. Sued for the opioid crisis. They're getting sued for their talc powder having to do with cancer, baby cancer, things like that. So they're getting hit, and not just this industry, Johnson & Johnson, Monsanto, and all their lawsuits they're dealing with, but a lot of industries. Tech industry, Facebook, Google, they're getting hit with lawsuits, As Q said, these large corrupt corporations are going to collapse under the weight of their own illegal activities, i.e. lawsuits. So this is great. Lawsuits going after Johnson & Johnson, going after Monsanto, even like I mentioned earlier, Trump. We'll see if he is forced to go that route and get into the lawsuits to actually uncover what went on with that illegal treasonous spying program. So, beautiful times we live in, folks. Beautiful times. And that's where I'll leave you here. I'll keep tracking everything that's going on this channel for you guys. Want to mention my second channel, Conscious Strength. Going to start posting videos on that having to do with health and self-development and philosophy very soon. And then also, if you want to support my independent journalism work, check out Patreon, link below for that. Make a little card pop up, and then check my website out, sign up for the free newsletter, and check out the shop, the swag, the supplements I got on there. So thanks, everybody. That's all for this one. See you again soon. Peace out.